Good afternoon, Rob Buffa from Broadsmart. Let me just make sure I got the clicker.
Yeah, or you can just hit the space.
There we go. So I'm going to take you through kind of a go-to-market experience that we've been really pleased with on the Broadsmart side. It's a coincidence our name sounds so familiar, so similar to Broadsoft, so excuse me, but it's Broadsmart, different company. But so one of the first things my team did when we knew we were going to go to market with the call center offering was we set up our own internal ACD. And it was both demo and real. It was real in that we put our sales team in it, and we started to use it, and we inspected on it. We ran reports, and if someone wasn't logging in or logging out or making the amount of calls he or she was supposed to make, we held them accountable to that. And partly we saw some of our own benefits to that, but what it really did was it taught us about the product, how it worked, what we would go to market with, and it really got the demo team ready. And so that was one of the first things we did was start using it ourselves. The next thing we did internally as a group is we spent some time on the Broadsoft licensing. Now I'm on the sales and marketing side, and what I would say about that is I want to know enough about Broadsoft licensing so that my peers at the company can't pull one over on me. When I sit with the finance guys and the engineering guys, and if you're in the room, I apologize, but us sales guys need just a little bit of ammunition so we can be dangerous. And so that was my goal there. It was not my goal to turn Broadsoft licensing into my product. And I got some pretty good warning from the Broadsoft team, don't do that. But I did learn about what was in those different licensing packages, and that helped me understand, along with using the system live, what we really could go to market with. Then we really spent some time on the phones and the switches and the routers. I wanted to be ready. We do a lot of Cisco and Polycom, and I wanted to kind of think about which phones might be a good choice for that or not. We use Edgewater, and we really needed to talk about licensing. And if it seems as if 50 people in a call center are going to make way more concurrent calls than 50 people at a law firm. So we started to prepare ourselves on the switch, router, and hardware side, get those packages ready, got a little bit of information from our providers there on what we needed to do differently so that we didn't max out the license on our Edgewater the first day a call center came online. And then to the point, we really did spend some time talking about this is a different customer to us. We're very, as many of you probably are as well, we're dependent on the oversubscription of our end users. And so, why was the most popular phone system the 616, right? Because 16 phones typically is going to make no more than 6 calls at a time. And that was, we're assuming not going to be the case with our call center customers. And so we really kind of met on that and made sure that we kept checking off this high volume, mission critical environment that we were getting into. Everyone's phones are important to their business, but we knew that in the call center space, we really could make it or break it. And the people selling these call centers, we depend to sell everything we sell. So we also didn't want to shoot ourselves in the foot with our call center offering and wind up with a bunch of unhappy agents and distributors. So that was the next step. We kind of grabbed our dealers. Broadsmart is almost 100% consultant and independent agent sales driven. We do some internal stuff on the large enterprise side, but 9 out of 10 sales come from independent agents. And so we polled them on what they see out there that they like, what they don't like, and what they would like to see us do. And we took that into consideration as we developed our offering. We really want to get the pulse of our agents with everything we do. So, and then the last thing we did is we went out with some good advice from the team at Broadsoft. I really want to encourage you, use your team at Broadsoft. They were invaluable to us. Got to double check everything they say, but use your team at Broadsoft. So we went out and we started right away. Before day one, we had some third-party relationships for call recording and CRM integration, and I've been running around here the last 3 days excited about the partners in that trade show and meeting new ones and finding out what the existing ones can do. So that's a great part of this, right, was getting ready, because you can't just do a call center. They're going to want their calls recorded, and they're going to want the client records in Salesforce.com to pop up. So we thought we were ready for that, and we made some of those partnerships. And then we put, fingers to keyboard and came up with our seats and our pricing and our licensing. But it really was after, this whole process was probably 30 days, but in our world, 30 days is for letting anything take 30 days to be done. Nobody in this room has any patience. So we did take the time to develop it and go to market with what we hoped would be a well thought out product. Once we were going live, we created our call center team internally. We believe that cloud telephony, particularly the hosted side, is sold via the live demo. We have a much higher closing ratio when we go out and meet a prospective end user client live and do a live demo. So we needed to get a team, both that were going to go out as well as back at the corporate office, that were ready to participate in these demos. And so it was the same team that was using the system live. And so we got ready for our demos. We did a few demos in-house, and we got ready, and we did a few bad demos on friends and family. And so then we had our call center team. Then we, just kind of did some internal and external communications, nothing more complicated than we sent some great emails out to the dealer teams and did some little press releases and did a couple sales contests and just kind of got everyone internally excited and externally on the dealer side who sells our product that, hey, we're ready. Because we had call center, but it was, we were not greenfield with this. We actually started as a Cilantro service provider and then made the transition to Broadsoft. And so I sometimes joke that I wish I had nothing as compared to what I had in the Cilantro, so I had something, but it was not super helpful. And so what we did is we press released our enhanced functionality and our upgraded functionality, and we began to just get out there and work with our dealers on quoting and demoing. And we gave them the backup slicks, very simple. A lot of it looks awful similar to the Broadsoft stuff with our logo on it. It's grown over the years, but they've got some great stuff that you could use. And so we created our slicks and some PowerPoints, and we trained our dealers through a couple of web demos. And then as we visit our dealers live, it's great if you have alternate channel distribution, visiting them, it's always good to have something interesting to speak about. So as that month, as we visited dealers, the first thing we said was, let's take 5 minutes and talk about our new call center offering. And the dealers in our company are what drive demand, right? They're the ones asking for quotes, and they're the ones, getting our quotes out there in the market. So in terms of marketing, what we're going after in the call center space and what we're seeing as proposals and as wins is 200 to 300 seat clients with, and to back up my friend from Bright House, it's not all of them, right? So if you have a 200 person enterprise, you're going to have 30, 40, 50 of them in the call center, because Sue from accounting isn't in the call center and the CEO isn't. So the other thing about this 200 or 300 seat client with 50 or 100 agents, it's larger than our typical sale. Our non-call center sale might be 50 or 75 seats on average. And so president of my company's here. He's happy with the ARPU on our call center sales because they're double or triple the size of the non-call center sales. And that's been huge for the results of the Broadsmart sales team, is these sales are double or triple the size. So that's great. And then for us, live demos have really made the difference. With the team that is going out, and I'm a part of that team a lot of the time. So we have live in the conference room. We've got people back at the office. We have a remote member of the team who lives in St. Augustine, Florida, and we're all in that demo call center I told you about. So when we demo the functionality, it's based on live, and when I show them the reporting I get every morning on the guy in St. Augustine, it's really that morning's report. And we can joke and say, wow, he didn't make any calls yesterday, so I'll pop open the emails with the live reporting or run some ad hoc right there. And so for us, I encourage everyone in this industry to get out there and do live demos, because it's how we've sold most of our accounts. The other thing is our existing clients who have been with us, we've been a 13-year-old company and been doing cloud telephony since 2005, so we're kind of a granddad in this business. So we've been able to go back to our existing clients who we contact quarterly and have conversations about, would you like to hear about our call center? Are you doing something you'd like to do better? Well, let's talk about queuing your calls. And we've got a pretty good adoption rate of people adding that and also reterming, right? So when you add the call center, you're signing a new contract with Broadsmart, so that's a win. And we're now known in our small community of independent agents selling hosted as a call center expert. And that's great. We call ourselves a call center expert. They agree we're now a call center expert because we went out and did it. And so that helps, and it also helps us win non-call center deals, right? You know, you should sell Broadsmart because what if they want call center in a year? You should sell Broadsmart SIP trunks or PRIs because what if they want to upgrade when that phone system goes bad? And so it's been super helpful for us, even on the sales that really don't have anything to do about a call center at that very second. So a couple of recent success stories. The top one, I was joking with someone the other day, literally came in, the sales quarter ended on a Monday, and it literally came in at 4 o'clock on a Monday, and until that time I was having a much worse sales quarter. So I was pretty cranky. My boss accused me of being cranky that week, but at the last hour of the last day, we used Broadsoft Call Center to land a 15 location. They're out of the St. Pete area, and they do training for people entering the long haul trucking arena. And so all 15 offices function as their own call center queue, but when they're busy, they need to overflow to one that's not so busy. So it was kind of semi-advanced. Again, larger than our average sale, is 250 seats in the company. 100 of them are agents, and 24 of them are supervisors. And that particular account looked at us, another hosted provider, and they were using the Altigen PBX. So the Altigen vendor brought in Altigen's version of call center. And so that was a win for us, and it's as fresh as it can be. It's a couple of weeks ago. Another kind of real signature win for us that we thought was great was late last year, early this year. It's a title company with 3 locations across the Southeast, 340 seats. It was a great one for us. Not as many supervisors and 125 agents. And they took broadband, and as a matter of fact, have now taken 2 or 3 different types of broadband. They wanted to supplement their original dedicated internet that had quality of service on it with MPLS back to us. They're looking at doing another connection that's private line. They're very into security and encryption because they're a title agency. And in that particular case, they looked at Broadsmart and they looked at ShoreTel Sky. And we won that one. So those are just a couple of wins. And again, larger than our typical sale, and they've really helped the sales team at Broadsmart have a great last couple of quarters. Lessons learned. I'm not the smartest guy, so I don't learn a ton of lessons. But take time to learn the Broadsoft ACD platform before you go to market. I wouldn't start selling it and then learn it. This is from a sales and marketing perspective. Know it. The most important lesson I've learned is that call center and ACD is driving my ARPU, and it's really helping me put a smile on my face when I look at my sales results. And then the last one is that I believe pretty firmly that the live demo is what closes these sales. So you can get this out in the field and go in a conference room and plug it in and demo it up. It should help your sales. So that's it. Thank you.